two, one. Hit my little song. Hello and welcome to the 10-Minute Tabletop Talk podcast. My name's Grant Ellis, and tonight I am joined with...
Hi everyone, I'm Alana Urbano, flute player for Mariachi Entertainment System. You can also call me Taco Bell.
Yeah, I really dig the handles because it's first there's that flute player, and then there's Taco Bell. I was like, she got all the names. So what's the origin of, how did you decide on Taco Bell?
So it's not anything to dig into really. I just really love Taco Bell because I'm a sick person. I think like back in like 2003. No, hey, I love the no judgment here because I'm a foodie to the max and I love all foods no matter how garbage it is. I love garbage all the way to like the $4 signs on Google Maps, but I really enjoy Taco Bell. I always have since I was little. And I think around like 2003, I saw somebody cosplay Belle from Beauty and the Beast, but she had tacos all over her dress.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, this is the inspiration moment right now. So I kind of changed more of my usernames over to that. And then that flute player just came from, people saying, hey, that flute player in the mariachi band, it just was really organic. Yeah.
That's what I said. I saw you perform at MagFest. I said, hey, it's that flute player. That's all their Twitter handle.
C'est moi.
So let's talk about the Mariachi Entertainment System. So y'all brought the house down at MagFest. How did the group come together? How did you get involved?
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is like the biggest can of worms. Okay, Grant, if you need to interrupt and be like, Alana, hold on, let's elaborate, or like, hold on, breathe, let me know. Cause A, I'm a fast talker, and B, I just talk forever. So if you're like, wait, let's elaborate.
You have the best energy though. That's what I love. So
by all means, talk forever. Okay, here we go. And I'll make it under 10 minutes. No, just kidding. I'll make it even shorter. More question time. Okay, so in a nutshell, Mariachi Entertainment System started in 2015 as David Ortiz's project to get mariachi and video game music together and just explore what that would look like. And so there was really no plan. It was just like a free-for-all project. He hit up some of his close mariachi friends in the circuit in San Antonio, and this little thing was born on YouTube. And the big pivotal point for me joining the group was when Doomsday came aboard. So Doomsday, Alina Milan, she is the amazing vocalist and vihuela player, that tiny looking guitar. That's a vihuela. And she joined as a flute player initially for the group. So Alina and I actually went to college, the University of Texas at San Antonio together. And we were in the same sorority, Tau Beta Sigma. It's a music sorority. That's primary goal is service to marching bands and anything band, right? So we're both flute players. We both met at the university. So she joined MES and she reached out to me in about mid 2016 and said, hey, we need a flute player for this group because I just can't do so many things. I can't sing, play vihuela, and do flute. I know you love video games. Would you like to come aboard? And without any hesitation, in the blink of an eye, I was there. Boom, rehearsal. Let's go. And it was all because of her, really, that I got I joined the group rather. And it's a lot of from then on out.
That is amazing. And that's, half my family's from Chihuahua. So we're...
Chihuahua.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So the music just brings a lot of fun and excitement. It brings culture. What are some of your favorite numbers to play and perform?
Like, okay. I think,
yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have to kind of elaborate on the first part of this before I get in about flute and mariachi, because when we're talking about video game music, there's flutes everywhere, right? It's like a no-brainer. You want a sweet, nice, elegant melody. Oh, a flute or an oboe or a clarinet, a woodwind usually takes that role, right? Especially in orchestral scores for video games. That's just very common. So mariachi, a lot of the melody comes from voice or violin. And David was looking for that different flavor, that kind of woodwind-esque kind of timbre in video game music, and integrating that into mariachi. And so that's where Alina picked up the flute in MES to begin with, right? But also flute is an instrument in mariachi in some little sections around Mexico. It's not the most popular thing though. In fact, there is this little tiny story, and David Ortiz can tell it we call him Dad, by the way. So if you hear me say Dad, that's who I'm referencing, Dad Prime. So
Shout out
Dad
to
tells
Dad.
Dad,
Yeah.
all the dads out there, all the dads out there. Hey, but no, really, like he tells this story way better than I do, so I'm gonna butcher it right now. But he got to meet somebody from Mariachi Vargas. I don't remember who exactly it was, but they were just, casually talking over a drink at a bar, and he had asked, what instruments do you feel are authentic inside of a mariachi group? Because like I mentioned before, different sections in Mexico have different things like harp, arpa, oftentimes you'll see tuba, you'll see, just different things here and there. And this guy from Mariachi Vargas had said, but never the flute. And I was like, oh my God, David, why would you tell me this story? You make me feel like caca. And so it was just this thing where it's always kind of like I'm the black sheep of the group. It's so funny. And it's really just a joke, honestly, in that it's nothing like negative per se, but it's kind of just like,
No,
they're like, oh, that flute player, so that also
that
comes from
flute
that
player.
too.
That's so good.
Yeah. And
Wow.
so
Yeah.
there's that kind of like prelude. But in mariachi music, it's in a lot of bright keys, and you'll get a lot of high E's on the flute, like above the staff. I forget the numbers, y'all, like E6, whatever. I don't know if that's even E5 or 6. And it's hard to play an open E on the flute. And so a lot of our tunes are full of those high E's, and it stresses me out when we perform live. And so I would say my favorite tunes are ones that don't have the high E's.
What's an example of one that doesn't have it?
So, okay, I can give you 3 that I hate playing that have the high E's. The first one is Dark World from The Legend of Zelda. Oh my God, that one is the first note out the gate is a high E, and you have to hit it and like hope it speaks on the instrument. That was one of our openers at PAX, I think 2018. And I was just like, please, vaya con Dios, like let me get this out. And so it came out. It was beautiful. And then most of the Zelda music that we do play honestly has a lot of high E's in it. So I'm sorry, Zelda fans. Those are not my favorites to play,
No.
even though they're very flute heavy. I think one of my absolute favorites would be Doomsday's least favorite. I really, really like Bloody Tears. It's so fun just to hear the violins come out of the gate with their like fire in their bows, and they're just going to town. And I feel like I'm a very supportive role in that song. I don't have any solos or anything of that sort. So I also love that, being able to hide and just kind of find my comfort in the violins. And so that's one of my absolute favorites. Another one of my favorites that I actually arranged is Guile's theme from Street Fighter 2. I love our version of that. When I was arranging it, I tried to, just kind of lay down the chart, but then I made a mistake, and I actually like made a minor chord in one of the first 2 measures. And I was like, oh, this is spicy. It actually works. It feels much more like with the corazon de mariachi. Like it feels nice.
Yeah.
And so
It
I kept it, and wham.
that's an amazing story of discovery as you're putting it together, and sometimes a mistake is where you find that heart of the music, right? It's amazing. So there's the music. So we got a minute left, and this has been sizzling discussion. I love this so much. I need to have you on for like 3 hours.
I could talk for 3. Trust me.
Yeah, I want to have you with my friend Trooper. Trooper has a PhD in music, and I know Trooper's gonna be like, get her back on and talk about the mariachi again, because this was the best one. Where can we find you and your music online, Alana?
Okay, so to sum it up, we got some big news. We have something coming up in the very near future with GDC. So if you're happening to be attending GDC virtually, we have something huge coming up with them in the future. We also have a new album coming out, Contigo en la Distancia Social, and that's on Bandcamp, Amazon, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Spotify, and the pre-order starts July 1st for that. And we have a vinyl coming out in fall 2021. Woo! I can't tell you any details though. You can also find us on social media.
We've gotta cut it off. We're at
All that
10 minutes.
stuff. Go,
All the
go,
stuff.
go.
All the weeks go. Bye.
Bye.